one who's applying for admission.
You?
Yes, ma'am. I'd be going into the 11th grade.
Certainly understand how it could be problematic having a middle-aged man in the 11th grade.
It's just so unfair, man. I went and copped, you know, this dumb blazer and these real regular brown shoes to meet you people halfway. It's just so unfair.
I'm sorry, Mr. Moon, but I have to agree with Dean Douglas.
It's ageism.
Well, don't you think you might feel a little uncomfortable having classmates that could be your children?
Ageism, ageism, ageism.
This isn't an issue of discrimination, Mr. Moon. We have to be practical.
I'm being practical. Perhaps you remember interviewing me for a job as your housekeeper, a job I did not get. I'm still unemployed, and the only employment for somebody without a high school diploma is either, you know, manual or menial. I made an error in judgment quitting high school in 1967. But at the time, it seemed foolish to be, you know, studying the Renaissance when I could be following the mothers of invention around the country and live in the Renaissance. Oh, man, what's asleep?
Well, what about a high school equivalency diploma?
You know, there's a public high school in Nohe. Have you talked to them?
Firstly, Nohe is way, way too far. You know, and second, I feel that the Palmer School offers a superior educational experience. There's a lot to learn that I don't know, and I want to learn. I want to learn and learn and learn, so then I can know.
Mr. Moon, we appreciate your thirst for knowledge, but there are only 30 places in the 11th grade, all of which are filled. I'm sorry.
With your plastic boots and plastic hat, you think you know where it's at. Plastic people, oh, baby, you're such a drag. Frank Zappa was writing about you.
This is my favorite. Carved it myself out of mango wood. But I didn't ask you up here to yak about my affection for boomerangs. Let's talk about Alan Moon.
Alan Moon?
Yeah, I understand your reasons for not wanting to admit an old hippie to the Palmer School. But I ask you to reconsider. As a personal favor to me.
You know Alan Moon?
We became acquainted some years ago. He asked me to intercede on his behalf. Can you accommodate me? Done. Well, Sam?
Dean Douglas and I discussed this at some length, and neither one of us are comfortable with Alan in the junior class.
Now, I'm not telling you what to do, because I know you'd just be stomping back up here with your resignation. How can you stand being all dressed up like that? Huh? Looked like my great-great-grandfather when he stepped off the boat from Boston to tell the heathens about Jesus. I'm going to get you in a lower shirt next Christmas. Sam, the bottom line is I'm in Alan Moon's debt. I got a son about your age. I always hoped that he'd follow in my footsteps and make something of himself in business and agriculture. And in his way, he did. My son and Mr. Moon were involved in the cultivation and sale of marijuana. In 1978, they were taking their harvest to the post office for shipment to the mainland. And they were stopped by the police in their Paisley school bus and arrested. Alan testified that he picked up my son hitchhiking and that he was only a passenger and was in no way involved with the grass. My son got off. Alan got 4 years. I always thought he'd come after me for money or a job, but he never did. A strange duck. This is the first thing he's ever asked of me. Sam, I got down on my knees in the jail cell and begged that man to take the fall for my son. Which he did. I don't need an answer right now. Think it over. I'll give this heave.
Sure.
Right when you get ready to throw it. Give your wrist a good snap.
What's your son doing now?
Night I sprung him from jail, he cleaned out the safe in my study and disappeared. Remember, snap the wrist. Okay.
I'll get it.
Don't bother. Need the exercise.
I only have one dog. His name is Beans.
Huh?
And Beans doesn't need newspapers anymore because he's housebroken. And I don't think you would bust me.
What makes you so sure all of a sudden?
Well, you said you wouldn't. And I believe you.
It's possible that you're believing just one of my 37 personalities.
I don't think so. I checked with all 74 of my personalities. And we agree that you're okay.
Nice to meet someone twice as crazy as me.
It'll probably suck, but you want to go to the dance?
Sure. Phantom got something up his sleeve?
Nah. The Phantom only strikes strategic targets that perpetrate boredom on helpless youth. His enemies are the faculty and the academic infrastructure. But the Phantom will strike again soon. And his next act of defiance is dedicated to you.
Hey. What's your name?
Fred.
Franny.
I know. I'm coming. Brah, you gotta do my Spanish homework for me. I didn't get nothing, Senora Valenzuela said.
I don't know. I got a lot of homework myself to do.
Hey, you're my bud, right?
Right.
Hi, Junior.
Hey, how's it?
Going to dance tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah?
Taking Crystal?
I don't know.
I was sort of hoping you and me could hang out.
Thought you was going out with Jeff Pay.
Yeah, but he's at college in Manoa. And one semester being good's enough. See you tomorrow night, maybe?
By the way, I'm Harry.
Hi.
Oh, man. I really gotta get next to that.
And who would that be?
Lori Greco. Bruh, you gotta help me.
Huh?
Tomorrow night, you gotta run interference for me with Crystal. You know, talk to her, dance with her. Keep her busy so that I can grab some quality time alone with Lori.
I don't know, man. You know, Crystal's no dope.
You weren't smart, Holly boy. I know you figure out a way to keep everything smooth. You're my bud, right?
Right.
The person who calls him or herself the Phantom has been warned, chose not to listen, and now someone's been hurt. Now, thankfully, it isn't serious, but it could have been. Mr. Esclavada's lucky to be getting off with a sprained back. Now, I want the Phantom to come forward, take responsibility for the damages to the building, and for placing Mr. Esclavada in a great deal of danger. If the guilty party does not come forward and identify him or herself right now, I will cancel tomorrow's dance. All right, dance is off. I understand your disappointment, but it was my hope that the person who did this would care enough about the other students not to sacrifice their good time. Apparently, this isn't the case. I'm sorry. Go back to your classes.
I can't eat that stuff. The oil raises hell with my T-zone.
Don't you even feel a little bit bad that you put some old guy in bed with an ice pack on his butt?
The janitor. He wouldn't have fallen if he wasn't drunk.
Like you know he was drunk.
What's the big deal here?
What's the big deal? Look, let's forget Mr. Escovada's hiney. Because of you, there isn't going to be a dance.
So what, I should turn myself in?
Yes.
Because of a sucky dance?
Just because you think the dance is going to suck, which I happen to agree with, doesn't give you the right to wreck everybody else's good time.
Boy, you're a flipped-out child. I thought I finally met someone who got my program. The question is, now that you got me to trust you, are you going to be a little rat and tell Papa Bird?
I don't see why I can't smoke. I did last time.
I think you use smoking to avoid focusing on the work we need to do here. So, Fred.
What about him?
He didn't turn out to be the kind of guy you thought he was.
He's a jerk. And if I turn him in, everybody will have their dance. But everybody hates snitches, so I'm screwed there. If I don't turn him in, there won't be a dance, which isn't fair. But at least I won't have someone out there hating my guts.
Stop worrying about what everyone else thinks of you or you're gonna go nuts.
Oh, right. It doesn't matter what other people think of me. Like being an informer's no big deal.
You're terrified.